Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Ramblings of an Insomniac. I am Courtney. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you all doing this evening? Or again, whatever the case may be, wherever you are. I sure appreciate that you're tuning in. I've been seeing more and more people. I've got to be honest with you, there are some countries I have got to brush up on my geography. I am embarrassed. There are countries that I did not know existed. Like, I'm sorry, I knew that there was the state Georgia, but I'm an idiot, a big old dummy. I graduated from an Oregon high school, but I did not know that there was a country named Georgia. I'm sorry, I am a big old dummy, but I did not know that there was a country named Georgia. It's not because I don't think you're important. I just genuinely didn't know. Just like I'm sure that there are a lot of people that didn't know we had a state named Georgia. There are probably people out there that don't know that. It's okay. But there are some countries that are tuning in that I have not heard of, and it's fun. And then I look it up, and I like to see the flags of everybody's country. It's pretty snazzy. So keep it coming. Keep it coming. I mean, wouldn't it be cool if someone from every country was listening to me yammer on about nothing? I mean, that'd be pretty rad, right? I mean, I think so. So thank you for every single person that is tuning in now or later, now or later. I meant now or since the beginning. I sure appreciate you. As per the usual, I was going to say as per the usual, and then I hate it when people, oh my God, that scared the crap out of me. Wow, next time you want to give people the heads up. God, these fucking kids I feel like an old person, but these kids just went whizzing by without even letting me know that they were behind me. I don't know if you heard that. It probably picked up, but they went whizzing by on their electric bikes, not even saying, hey, by the way, I'm behind you, or didn't give me the heads up that they were behind me, and I was in the middle of the path because there wasn't anyone behind me until they were on their electric bikes. And there's no one in front of me, so I was picking up the entire path. And Jesus, they seriously, you probably could hear it, did not say, hey, heads up, or get out of my way, or to the right, or to the left. Just fucking decided that I should be listening and move, I guess. And I have dogs with me. And not that it'd be okay if they were my dogs, but they're not my dogs. So I really don't want someone else's dogs to be hit by a bicyclist. So that's kind of frustrating, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just get really annoyed. I get frustrated when people I get frustrated when people don't pay attention. You know what I mean? These young whippersnappers. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. Actually, do pay attention. For real, I'm not kidding. Actually, people got to give you, motorcyclists. I'm sorry. I have to say this. It has to be said. There are all these bumper stickers on cars that are watch out for motorcyclists. Watch out for motorcyclists. Okay, yeah, I agree. I think we should all watch out for each other. Watch out for pedestrians. Watch out for animals. Watch out for other cars. Watch out for bicyclists and motorcycles. Cool. I'm down with that. That's groovy. Do that. I'm down. But also watch out because motorcyclists, watch out for motorcyclists, because I'm sorry, not all motorcyclists are like this, but it's getting annoying because a lot of people that ride motorcycles, I'm sorry, I'm having issues today talking. I'm really winded. I've been going up way too many hills right now, and then decided that would be smart to do a podcast while I'm walking up hills. Because again, if you've never tuned into my podcast, you will learn real quick that I do stupid shit and I say stupid shit, and you're going to hear me panting and wheezing because apparently I'm not in shape. goodness. And now my nose is starting to run. And then I pick these times. I'm like, you know what I'm going to do while my nose is running and while I'm walking dogs and I'm out of breath? I know, I'll do a podcast. But I do that because I genuinely am like, oh, I have time and I'm outside, and I always like to be out in nature and do a podcast. And plus it's multitasking because I can walk dogs and do a podcast, you know what I'm saying? So I do that, but then bad things happen because my nose starts running like it is. Oh, I think I might have a clean out. Oh no, shoot, I threw it out. Son of a biscuit. Okay, this is gross. I have a fabric softener. Can I use that? Anyway. And then I get on and I do a podcast when not only am I sniffling and I'm panting and you can hear the dogs and electric bikes whizzing by, but I ramble like this. I'll like start totally digressing, rambling on about, well, I wasn't really digressing because I wasn't really talking about something to begin with. So I have to. But then I do this. I stumble and I Kamala Harris and I Biden out, and it's a whole ordeal. But yet, does that stop me from doing a podcast? No. For some reason, I decide I'm still gonna go forward. Tally ho. So then I do. I go forward and we tally ho. But then I end up snotting all over and wishing to God that I brought some tissue. Anyway, going forward, we're going to power through, okay? If anything, we will persevere. Have you persevered yet? Are you still listening? Probably not. But for those of you that are still tuning in, first of all, A++, mental fortitude. You are an animal. You are a Jedi Master. I have now deemed you Jedi Master. I know nothing about Star Wars, but I think that Jedi Master, the master of the stuff, that's cool, right? I mean, not master of... Anyway, that's a whole other rabbit hole I'm not going to get down. Point being, you're a Jedi. If you can keep up with any of my podcasts, let alone the ones where I am just literally rambling, clearly tired, overstimulated. Okay, I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to pause it so I can possibly find some fabric softener to blow into. Do you guys need to know these tips about me? All right, hang on. Sorry, you guys. When in doubt, you can use fabric softener. At least the Gain fabric softener because it's thick. It's thicker, so it can really hold that snot. I just need you guys to know that if you're in a pickle and for some reason all you have is Gain fabric softener, and I'm not talking like a ton of snot, like a lot, but in a pinch you can give it a good blow. And see, you learn something when you listen to this podcast. You get tips, you get life hacks. There you go. That's a life hack for you. I am so freaking addicted to watching life hacks though, but then there's those people that act like they're doing a life hack trick. You guys are going to know what I'm talking about. Those YouTube videos or Instagram, TikTok videos, and they lure you in and you think it's a life hack. And you're like, yeah, life hack. Woo, this will be cool. What am I going to learn? And then you're watching and you keep thinking it's going to get better and you keep thinking it's going to turn into something. And then pretty soon she has you like putting tinfoil. This person that does these videos, I swear it's the same one, loves tinfoil, and they will like roll up tinfoil around like a sponge, and then they'll like put tinfoil, like 7 layers of tinfoil, and then they'll like put toothpaste on it, and then they'll like squeeze some lemon juice, and then they'll like put some nail polish, and then they'll go rub some dirt in it, and then they'll like super glue toothpicks to it, and then they'll roll around some more tinfoil, roll it in more tinfoil, and then poke a hole in it and then go, there you go. This is a air freshener or some bullshit. I'm not joking you, for real. Her video or his, I don't know. It looks like female hands, but I don't know. Maybe they're feminine. Anyway, regardless, people know what I'm talking about. I swear people have come across these videos and they're so fucking annoying because you get sucked in and you keep thinking to yourself, surely this is going to turn into something cool, right? oh, surely this is going to be like awesome, right? Like surely, I keep saying surely. I don't know why. And then it reminds me of the movie Airplane, which drives me batshit crazy. I can't stand slapstick. Slapstick stuff makes me nuts. And don't call me Shirley, Anyway. Or it reminds me of Nick Shirley, who's cool, and I like that. But anyway, there you go. I digress. I do digress a lot, and there is an example. But those videos, the life hack ones, and you think you're watching something cool, and you honestly are like, all right, this is going to get good. This is going to get good. And then you keep watching because now you're invested, and you have to, and you feel stupid if you turn back now, and you don't want to admit that you fell for it, and you don't want to admit any of that, so you just watch it. Yeah. Anyway. So this is where if you want to stop listening right now, might be a good time, because this is probably going to be kind of the whole episode, little of this, little of that, all over the place kind of episode. And I usually title my episodes, accordingly. So the ones that mention babbling or rambling or jibber jabber or whatever, I want you to take that seriously. Don't say I didn't warn you. So this is your warning. I usually warn you by the title, but also this is your warning. If you want to bail ship, jump ship, bail ship, jump ship. If you want to bail, there we go, or jump ship. All right, I'm on it. Now is your time. Otherwise, woo-woot, party on. You're a woo girl. I'm a woo girl. Woo-woot. And if you're a dude or non-binary or whatever you are identifying with, hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a party. It's a party in this podcast. You guys rock. I'm trying to be a little less loud. I'm trying to be quieter because I'm on a path with other people. All of a sudden, everybody just showed up. People are like, and boom. And now I'm surrounded by people. And originally there was no one. I'm disappointed, but that's okay. I don't own this place, and, not everything's about me. Dang it. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't want that. I'm going to say I don't like attention, and then you guys are going to go, really? Because, you have a podcast, and really? Because you're on social media. And that is true. Here's what I mean. I don't if it's my birthday, detest, cannot stand. I would absolutely punch people in their throat if they did a surprise party for me. I'm not just saying it. I would, oh my God, it would piss me off. It would make me so uncomfortable, and I would not like it. Don't like birthday parties in general. Don't want people to watch me open up presents. Don't like things about me. And then the podcast, like I said, originally I started because I wanted to get my frustrations and just information out regarding my experience with COVID and my mom in memory care and the healthcare system and elderly and all of that. And then the world became incredibly, incredibly political. I became political because of the rules and regulations that went down during COVID. And so I admit I kind of was in and out of politics really prior to that. And so I got pretty invested when I dealt with a lot of stuff. When you're forced to deal with stuff, you get invested. And I wish that weren't the case. I wish I were, the times that my parents asked me to watch the news or when they had the news on, I wish I was a kid that paid attention. I wasn't. I admit it. In my head, I had better things to do. And so I was big into writing in my journal, I didn't have a journal, but I would write poetry, did a lot of I don't know why I said it like that, and I don't know why I said it snarky like that, because I think poetry's awesome, and I used to write it, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. It's pretty badass. So I don't know why I said it snarky. I just meant because I was a teenager and I was, writing about stupid shit, I'm sure, because I was a teenager, but it's not stupid if it's your feelings, Anywho, I didn't get into politics. There we go. I got back on track. Woo woo. I think people should do a drinking. Well, no, I'm not going to. Never mind. That's not a good thing to promote. But high five every time I get back on track. Politics, I should have paid more attention. I didn't want to, but I should have. And now, are you good, boo? All right. Okay. But now, when I had to when it affected me, or what it always has affected you. It always affects you, even when you're a teenager, when you're a kid. It affects you because it affects your parents, and what affects your parents or your guardian, whomever you live with, it affects them. Therefore, it affects you. So it's good to pay attention, and plus education is always good. So knowing is half the battle. So I paid attention, and I started this podcast. There we go, about attention. And it wasn't to get attention. That's why I didn't want my face. I did not want to put my face out there. I just wanted to get, my opinions out. And then social media, unfortunately, I really didn't want to, and I did, and then I took a long break, and then I did again. I took a long break, and I hate being on social media. I don't want to be, but unfortunately, it's the nature of the beast. If I want anybody to listen to this podcast, I have to do social media because it's the only way I'm getting traction. I don't have enough to pay for advertising and all of that. So again, it's so important to me that you guys pass on the word and tell people about me. That would be rad. And you don't have to, I'm not telling you what to do, but thank you so much, honestly, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, for everybody that listens. I know I ramble. I know I'm all over the place. I know sometimes I freak out and I scream and I yell, and sometimes I cry and I laugh, and I'm just a hot ass. I'm just crazy. I get it. But yet, in spite of all of that, you listen. And shout out to people that listen once, and shout out to those that have been here since the beginning. That's just badass, and I can't tell you how grateful I am. So high five, robot dance to you. Woo, woo. Welcome to the party. So attention, no, not into it. Politics wasn't. I don't know what I was talking about, though, before the whole attention thing. Shoot. I don't know. Anyway, I'll get there. I will. You watch. I'll stop thinking about it, and then we'll circle back to it. I think I was just talking about people listening to this podcast, and that I don't really have anything I'm going to talk. No, I don't know. I'll circle back to it. But something, though, that's been keeping me up, another thing that has been on my mind, or something I should say, because I haven't mentioned anything that's been keeping me up yet, but something that's been keeping me up is this. My brain lately is out of control, and I'm like, I have it together, like I'm doing everything. It's just that it's at night. My brain just all of a sudden, it's always been this way. I've talked about this. I've had a swing shift position before, and it was perfect. I've been this way since a kid. I have always been this way. I have always just been a night owl, and my brain goes at night. And during the day, when it's sunshiny, the problem is, during the day I'm relaxed, and during the day I am sidetracked, of course. I mean, this isn't a duh, but I love, I'm calmer because I love nature, and I love the sound of nature, and I love being out in it. I love the sound of things, and at night it's too quiet. Now, if I'm sleeping out in nature at night, like camping, oh my God, I can sleep like a baby. I've been very fortunate enough to have slept in the Himalayas, and I slept like a baby, even though I ended up getting walking pneumonia pretty much at the end of it. But when we were doing our steepest climb, and I got really sick, then I didn't sleep. But I've slept out in the jungle before, slept like a baby. So nature and nighttime, I can sleep. I just don't like the quiet. The quiet freaks me out, man. And I've tried quiet machines and all of that, and no. So my brain lately, I'm just, I don't know. I'm so used to, like I said, I get 4 hours, and I've been this way since a child. So I think it's nothing new. The difference is, when I was a kid, I think I talked about this, I used to sleepwalk real bad and talk in my sleep. I was just a freaking crazy pants, still am, just in a different way now. I don't sleepwalk anymore, nor do I talk in my sleep. But those all stem from all kinds of issues that we won't discuss now. But needless to say, I did not always have the best life. My life has been pretty effed up. So I sleptwalk and talked in my sleep and all that good stuff. And so sleep has never been my friend, is my point. And then I decided to do this podcast talking about my mom and that. And then I was like, well, why don't I do it when I'm up? Because I never sleep, so I can do it at night. And that used to be awesome. I could sit out at night, listen to the crickets, sit on the porch, listen to the owls and the crickets, and it was pretty awesome. But I just, man, I don't know. Come on, guys. I can't really do that now. And so my brain is just like cuckoo bananas at night. And so here I am, walking dogs. And, it's not like late or anything. There's people out and about. But that's when I do these podcasts. So sometimes my brain is all over the place. And sometimes you're going to get a podcast where it's like probably hard to keep up with. But I love people that talk fast. Oh my God, I can keep up with people. Like Ben Shapiro talks really fast and I love it because I absorb it. If you give me too much detail or you pause too much, I'm out, man. I don't need all the lipstick. I don't need all the makeup. I don't need the details. I don't want the details unless I'm like, not even if I'm reading a book. I've talked about this on podcasts. I've never really been a kid that like does imaginary stuff or likes imaginary stuff, which I know makes me sound like I just like science. I hate things that are dressed. I love Halloween, but I don't like all of the characters at Disney that are gigantic bunnies and gigantic ducks and shit. That's like creepy. And I always thought that was creepy. And I don't like Santa and things dressed. I'm like, what the fuck? I just think it's weird. Never was into like fantasy stuff and like magic. I would just try to dissect it and figure out how they're doing it. I wasn't fascinated by it because I knew it wasn't real. So I'm just like a weird sciencey. I always question and go, wow, how does that work? My brain dissects things and tries to figure things out. I like to be logical, which sounds like I'm boring and I'm no fun because I do like to dream, or like pretend is different to me. Like playing pretend or playing dress up, I think is awesome. Like if you're a kid and you want to play pretend and all of that and dress up like stuff, that's rad. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. And I liked, pretending to be a cowboy. I loved being cowboy and playing, I'm sorry, but we used to say cowboys and Indians, which I know now it's, cowboys, Native Americans. We at the time said Indians when we were kids because we were dumb. But I really have no problem with any of that. Of course, I just can't, like shows and stuff. I just, I like Mythbusters and I like things where you're trying to like dissect things and figure shit out, So, point being, oh my God. Oh yeah, point being. So, I don't remember my point again, you guys. Honestly, I'm not high. I'm not drunk. I am just really, really, really all over the place because my brain is looking at a million different things and I'm like overstimulated and tired. But I just need to think of what the heck I was talking about. So this entire podcast isn't just a crazy, people that talk fast and stuff. Yeah. So Ben Shapiro talks fast and I just I can absorb things. I can absorb stuff when people just get to the point and not do, you don't need to talk about, explain things. Like my ex-mother-in-law, love her to death. God bless her. But man, it took her 9 hours to tell a story about like a lamp that she got at a yard sale. And I had to hear about like every detail of every single thing. And it drove me absolutely bat bananas crazy. Not because she drove me crazy. Sorry, I'm running. Not because she drove me crazy, but I am like crazy ADD. And when someone starts putting too much detail on something, unless it's like a crime scene, I know that sounds morbid, but like if I'm trying to solve a riddle, solve a murder mystery, solve a crime, of course, I want to look around. I want to see what's out of place. I want to see what's different, what fits in, what doesn't fit in, what belongs, what should be there. Like, give me detail like that, or if you're telling me something that's important. But I'm sorry, not that I'm trying to be a bitch and say that you telling me about a lamp isn't important, but I can't retain all that information. I will nod off. So if you're a fast talker and you are kind of not necessarily all over the place like Robin Williams or Jim Carrey, God bless Robin Williams, may he rest in peace, not being rude, he's all over the place. But sorry, I am winded. But he was also they're both kind of all over the place, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just can't keep up with that. But I love fast talkers. I can absorb it. I can retain it. I like it. But not everybody's cup of tea. So this podcast, certainly, especially when you hear cars going by and me climbing hills, and now I'm breathing heavy again. I'm going to have to pause. Too many cars. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so I just climbed a hill that I was like, I'm going to be panting and sounding like an absolute idiot, but I'm still going to do my podcast because I was like, you know what? This podcast is like my journal. Take it or leave it kind of thing. And if you want to leave it, God knows I understand. Don't blame you. I would too if I were you. But if you want to stick around, man, I appreciate it, because right now I just climbed a hill that was no forking joke. Holy shapoopy. I am winded, but getting in shape. So, hey, that's amazing. Again, this is why I like it when I get to go on walks at night. It makes me feel refreshed. I get kind of a little workout, and then I can relax a little and maybe sleep. So, win. Do a little podcast and annoy you guys for a while. And no, just kidding. I don't want to annoy you. I hope I don't. I really don't. You guys can email me, ramblings of an insomniac 49 at Gmail. Ramblings with an S. So ramblings of an insomniac 49. That's 49 at Gmail. Say hello. But yes, anyways, this podcast was more of a hello, hi, checking in, nothing really important. I wanted something to do while I was walking. I'm just using you. I'm using you, and then it's a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am kind of podcast. I'm not going to call you in the morning. I'm going to give you a fake phone number. I just gave you a fake email. I'm just kidding. I appreciate you guys. I would not do that to you. But, I am going to go so that I'm not panting anymore, and I really genuinely don't have actually, do have a little bit to say, and that is thankful and appreciative of not only everybody listening, but of my family and the support I have. I am so grateful and thankful for just support from friends and family and customers and people that listen to my podcast, and thankful that I have a job that I love, thankful that I have shelter and food, thankful for my health. So I'm trying to always end this podcast with something positive. That's why I try to say, remember to let go of the things you can't control, and worry about the things you can. But I need to be a little more encouraging, a little more supportive, a little kinder. I definitely feel I could be a little kinder, that's for sure. So I'm going to work on it. I'm going to work on being a little kinder. And if I have something that's bothering me, and if I have something that's on my mind that's political, that I'm politically charged with, and it's irking me and it's making me extra, bitchy and rude, I'm going to learn to take a breath before I do a podcast. I'm not going to lie, or, I'm not going to lie to you and say that I'm always going to handle things appropriately. I'm not going to lie and say I'm never going to yell or be angry or be upset or frustrated. And sometimes I may not handle things well. I may not say, the correct things. But I am going to try to at least end with encouraging things or positive things. So, that is going to be the things that I'm grateful for. So thank you. I'm grateful for you. Thank you so, so much. And until next time.